And welcome back to the Michael Cohen Show on our continued journey to 500,000 subscribers. So look, help me get there. Help this community grow. Hit subscribe, watch, comment. Please keep the comments coming and share with family and friends because the insanity, it's not stopping. And talk about what a day it's been. Whoa, what a day it's been. Started this morning with Todd Blanche announcing that he's going to meet with Dain Maxwell. And then, of course, the House voted to subpoena Maxwell. And then, of course, Mike Johnson announced that the House will be done on Wednesday afternoon until September. Then, of course, Trump held a press conference with the president of the Philippines. I mean, so much going on. Let's talk about it. So again, this morning at 7:45 a.m., Todd Blanche posted this on X. Let me show you what it says. He turns around and writes, "Justice demands courage. For the first time, the Department of Justice is reaching out to Dain Maxwell to ask, what do you know? At AG Pam Bondi's direction, I've contacted her counsel. I intend to meet with her soon. No one is above the law and no lead is off limits." Well, let me start by saying I have no idea what he's even trying to say there. I mean, yes, I understand you're supporting your boss. None of this makes any sense. If you want to go meet with her, why are you announcing it? Meanwhile, then the House voted to subpoena Maxwell. So are you trying to get in there before the House does? Are you trying to do it afterwards? What's the full story? Let me show you what it says. In it, it turns around and it says, the House Oversight Committee voted to subpoena Dain Maxwell, the longtime partner of Jeffrey Epstein, who is serving a 20-year sentence on a sex trafficking conviction, for a deposition. The motion to subpoena Maxwell was introduced by Representative Tim Burchett, Republican of Tennessee, who has pushed for the Trump administration to release more of its material tied to the Epstein case. You know, look, as many of you know, I testified before the Oversight Committee. And I'm not sure that Dain, one, is going to be able to testify, as she still has an active current case. Her case is on appeal. Second, and more importantly, what do you think that she has even to offer? Do you think that maybe somebody didn't come to her and say, hey, if you've got more dirt on Trump or somebody else of significance, we can trade you some favor, like a reduced sentence or maybe no sentence? She's got a 20-year sentence. She's already been in for years. And yet, now all of a sudden, she's got something to say. And it's more than just having something to say. She better have the proof. The proof better be somewhere in that file. Then, of course, Speaker MAGA Mike Johnson, he announced House will be sent home for summer recess early. I mean, imagine when you were in school, teacher turned and said, you know what, I don't want anybody to have finals. Everybody, just go off, enjoy your summer early. We know it's not right. We know it's an effort to avoid more discussion on the Epstein file, and that they're now going to be returning September 2nd. Let me show you what he said during his presser. In it, he turns around and he writes, "We're done being lectured on transparency," Mr. Johnson said at a news conference where the typically unflappable speaker appeared frustrated. He complained that endless efforts to politicize the Epstein investigation and added, "We're not going to play political games with this," as he wrapped up his final news conference before September. I'm not really sure. I'm really not sure. Because imagine you get enough Republicans and Democrats to demand that they all return and that they vote. This was, in my opinion, a stupid move. Trump also, of course, had a meeting with the Philippine President Ferdinand Marcos, and while speaking to the press, he revealed he didn't know about Todd Blanche's plans to meet with Dain. And so, of course, when caught off guard, deflect, distract, do whatever you have to do. Play the clip.
Deputy Attorney General has reached out to Dain Maxwell's attorney asking for a new interview.
Yeah, I don't know about it, but I think it's something that sounds appropriate to do. You.
Do you have any concern that your Deputy Attorney General is your former attorney would be conducting the interview, given
No, I have no concern. I mean, he's a very talented person. He's very smart. I didn't know that they were going to do it. I don't really follow that too much. It's sort of a witch hunt, just a continuation of the witch hunt. The witch hunt that you should be talking about is they caught President Obama absolutely cold, Tulsi Gabbard. What they did to this country in 2016, starting in 2016, but going up to 2020 of the election. They tried to rig the election and they got caught. And there should be very severe consequences for that. You know?
Yeah. By the way, let me be very clear. First of all, I like the response. I know people go, oh my God, Michael, you're taking the knee. No. I like the response that Todd Blanche should go speak to Dain Maxwell. It is appropriate. The entire country, not Republicans, not just Democrats, not just independents, everybody wants to see the unredacted, full and complete release of this file. I'll go another step further, and we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about this rant about Obama, Hillary Clinton, the rigged elections. You see, more than 5+ years ago, I filed a complaint against FOIA, put in a request for documents related to the same thing. How did my case get pushed into the Southern District of New York after the Steele dossier, which I have routinely and continuously stated, at least as it relates to me, was nothing but a bunch of bullshit? Was Obama behind it? I don't know. Trump turns around and says that they're caught stone cold. Good. I would like to be the plaintiff in that case because I personally would sue all of them, just as I did before. And what ends up happening after 5 years with the top 2 attorneys in America on FOIA? Not a single document. Not a single one. Oh, must I remind you? 486,000 documents exist in that file. So the best way that I could possibly analyze this next clip is that Trump is completely fed up with people asking about the names on Epstein's list. And so that needs to be exposed. That 100% needs to come out. But instead, while that's still pending out, let's just offer up the names involved in the Russia hoax. And by the way, I want to repeat myself and say, I hope it comes out because it affects me personally. Play the clip.
No. We caught Hillary Clinton. We caught Barack Hussein Obama. They're the ones, and then you have many, many people under them. Susan Rice, they're all there. The names are all there. And I guess they figured they're going to put this in classified information and nobody will ever see it again, but it doesn't work that way. And it's the most unbelievable thing I think I've ever read. So you ought to take a look at that and stop talking about nonsense because this is big stuff. Never has a thing like this happened in the history of our country. And by the way, it morphed into the 2020 race, and the 2020 race was rigged, and it was a rigged election.
He then goes on to say that former President Obama was actually the ringleader and got caught. Again, if that information is there, please send it to me. It would be my pleasure to sue them all. Play the clip.
No, Barack Hussein Obama is the ringleader. Hillary Clinton was right there with him, and so was Sleepy Joe Biden, and so were the rest of them. Comey, Clapper, the whole group. And they tried to rig an election, and they got caught. And then they did rig the election in 2020. And then because I knew I won that election by a lot, I did it a third time, and I won in a landslide. Every swing state won the popular vote. But I won that all the same way in 2020. And look at the damage that was caused.
It wasn't just damage to the president. It wasn't just damage to the Trumps. What about damage to me, to my family? The worst part is that he's claiming that there's proof, that he has proof of this. Show it. I need it. I want it. Play the clip.
But what we found is even more so. Now, we found absolute, this isn't like evidence, this is like proof, irrefutable proof that Obama was seditious, that Obama was trying to lead a coup. And it was with Hillary Clinton, with all these other people, but Obama headed it up. And, I get a kick when I hear everyone talks about people I never even heard of. It was this one. No. It was Obama. He headed it up. And it says so right in the papers. Got everything. This is the biggest scandal in the history of our country. And it really goes on to even the auto pen.
Okay, let me say this. One of the things Trump does there is he claims that he let Hillary Clinton off the hook. But Obama, nah, claims he's a criminal and that the records must be unsealed. Great. Unseal them. I'll say it for the 5th time. I want them. Play the clip.
When we caught Hillary Clinton, I said, you know what? Let's not go too far here. It's the ex-wife of a president, and I thought it was sort of terrible. And I let her off the hook, and I'm very happy I did. But it's time to start, after what they did to me, and whether it's right or wrong, it's time to go after people. Obama's been caught directly. So people say, a group. It's not a group. It's Obama. His orders are on the paper. The papers are signed. The papers came right out of their office. They sent everything to be highly classified. Well, the highly classified's been released. And what they did in 2016 and in 2020 is very criminal. It's criminal at the highest level. So that's really the things you should be talking about. I know nothing about the other.
Yeah, good. Meanwhile, of course, Trump mentions Jerome Powell. But I'm not going to subject you to more of the too late talk, right? Instead, Trump then goes on and he's kind of like confused in regard to the think tank in relation to Powell and what's actually going on here. I was confused by the whole statement. Play the clip.
And, he has these think tanks, and they build buildings for people that think. And it's really not thinking. It's a little bit of combination of thinking, but it's something you sort of have or you don't have. They don't. The job he's done is just terrible.
Again, confusing. Trump also then claims, just like Stephen Miller did, Democrats hate our country. I want to be clear about something. I'm a Democrat. I love my country. Play the clip.
I don't understand why they would have allowed that. There's only 2 reasons. The vote. Is they want voters? That's one reason. I don't think they would have done it for that because they cheat. They're so good at cheating, they don't need that. But the vote, and the second reason is they hate our country. I think they hate our country. I actually do. And it's the biggest problem.
Yeah, I don't think that's it. Now, of course, despite an arm of our government closing to avoid speaking about the release of the Epstein file, we actually have to search for like the little wins. And today, Trump announced that we have a deal with the Philippines. Play that clip.
It's an honor to have you. We're going to talk about trade today. And we're very close to finishing a trade deal, big trade deal, actually. And we do a lot of business with you. It's a lot of income coming in for both groups. But I was surprised to see the kind of numbers. They're very big.
Okay. 90 deals, 90 days. I'd like to see that policy too. I'd like to see that trade deal, unredacted, released. All we're looking for, the documents. And it's so simple. All the president has to do is direct somebody to release them. And as always, thanks for listening. Hey, everyone. First of all, thanks for watching. We're going to be posting daily episodes with reactions and talking about politics. We'll be talking about everything, in fact. So please like and subscribe. Join us on this journey.